What do you know about the Vatican City? The Vatican City is an independent country despite being entirely within Rome, which is entirely within Italy. The name comes from the history of this area being under the Etruscans. The Etruscans are both a people and civilization that predated the Romans and gave them a bunch of the influence that Rome is now famous for, the Roman Empire was famous for. They call this area Vatica or Vaticum, which attributed it to possibly one of the deities that they believed in. Then, this area was eventually used to be connected to prophets and oracles, and so the name Vaticanus was used to describe a place where prophecies were, a prophesized place. Eventually, this area was dedicated in Latin by the Romans as a place that had connection to the Etruscans, so it was also named Vaticanus, and that led all the way until 1929 when this place was officially signed as an independent country, as the area being Vatican Hill. So the settlement sitting on top of the Vatican Hill, which is St. Peter's Basilica, the cathedral, all of that, is the Vatican City. That's the etymology. Now to give you guys some facts, the area is only 0.44 square kilometers or 0.27 square miles. It is the smallest independent nation state in the entire world, and it is also the smallest by population with only 800 something people living there. On top of this, it is also the only country in the world where the entire country is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. UNESCO marks these different areas around the world for having significant cultural contribution to the history of an area and representing their culture. With the Vatican, literally the entire country, all 0.44 square kilometers of it, are completely under the UNESCO World Heritage dedication. And the final fact for you guys is the Pope himself, as well as the Vatican City, is directly protected by the Pontifical Swiss Guard. The Swiss used to be very famous for their bodyguards, which were sold all over Europe as mercenaries because of their very significant combat prowess. And today, and since 1506, they have been used as the direct bodyguard of the Pope and the Vatican City. And the reason the Vatican City exists in the status it does today, completely surrounded by Rome, which is completely surrounded by Italy, yet still completely independent despite being only 0.44 square kilometers in size, is because of the 1929 Lateran Treaty between Italy and the Vatican City and the Pope, which stated that there needed to be a seat for the Catholic Church, and this seat had to be completely sovereign so that there would be no worldly intervention in the Catholic Church. And if that was interesting to you, I did a whole episode on the entire history of the Vatican City on the Young History podcast. If this was something you want to check out and learn more about, I definitely encourage you to click on the link and go check out this podcast episode I did.